and welcome to Quick Looks of the Casual Hour. My name is Bobby. Joining me, the gamer on the go, Chase Kinnicky, and we're exploring the Steam Next Fest. Chase, this is Agent 64, Spies Never Die. I don't know, maybe we've played something like this before?
I don't think so. I think this is a completely original title. They didn't take any sort of reference or reverence of any former game.
Okay. Brand new content, brand new style, never before seen here. What else do you know about Agent 64?
Agent 64, it's coming out sometime this year in 2022. You can wishlist it right now on Steam to get notified of when it might be coming out once that information's out there. It is developed and published by Replicant D6. Is the dev. And looking on Steam, they've put out one other game called Proxy Blade Zero that came out in 2014. That I don't know, seems kind of cool. Seems a little different than what we're seeing here. Because despite what we said to begin with, this is, I mean, they made another Goldeneye.
They certainly did make another Goldeneye. As Chase called out, we are checking out demos from the Steam Next Fest, and we're playing this on PC today. And it might look like we're playing on 64, but we are not.
Wow, this draw distance is way too good for the 64.
Yeah, I mean, there's some fog back there though.
This is like the 360 version of Perfect Dark. That's what we're getting.
Now you're talking.
Not Perfect Dark Zero. I mean perfect. I mean when they put it out on XBLA.
But there's also some like reflections in
the
surfaces. Which I wonder what kind of filtering they have running over this. But I mean they made fucking Perfect Dark or Goldeneye,
sure.
whatever you want to call it. I mean,
this is weird. Like Goldeneye was a console shooter, and it played in a very specific way before the advent of Halo, which taught us like, okay, this is more just popularized, I guess, other first person shooters, but Halo really popularized this is how you play a first person shooter on a console. So when you went to that mode, is that the N64 mode? Are you?
What do you mean?
Like when you had the crosshair on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're playing it like an N64 game.
Yeah, I mean, when you like define what you're saying there, like what does that mean when you say are you playing like
so
64?
When you play a game like Doom, especially the console versions of Doom, or when you played Goldeneye,
yeah,
there would be some pretty heavy auto aim when it came to your aiming up and down.
Yep, that's happening for sure.
Right. But in this game, so it does replicate that, but I believe this game also has a control scheme or a control version where you can just play it like a normal modern shooter, correct?
I will pull that up here in just a second. There is an option, I think. Ooh.
Wow. Listen to these sound effects.
I mean, it's absolutely
that's just straight out of Goldeneye. Shoot, yeah. When you get out of this, shoot that crate here. This crate's.
So this is normal that we're playing on right now. Let's see what classic is. What do you want me to do here? What'd you ask?
Shoot one of those crates just to hear it blow up. No, don't. Ooh, okay. I was like, don't stand too close to it. You'll get hurt. Ah, man.
It's that.
Look at it, and it's the look and the feel. It just takes you back.
It does take you back, and I wonder if there's like going to be any multiplayer. Like that.
Yeah, this demo doesn't have any of that, does it?
No. Let's see here. Press Q to switch items. Okay. Launch the decoder. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, I mean it's basically just Goldeneye, and that's cool. they didn't actually make a whole lot of these. They made Goldeneye.
Look at this though. I mean,
Oh yeah, this is absolutely. This is the is this facility? Is that
this is the opening level. Yeah.
Just good stuff here. But back to the 64. I mean, they made Goldeneye, and then Rare went on to make Perfect Dark, and I forgot what team did it after, but there was a The World Is Not Enough.
Yeah.
That was similar to this, but not. I mean, it used that engine, but it wasn't that good. And then it just kind of died.
Yes.
Done with the N64. Rare got bought by Microsoft. It was.
Who's that guy?
Gone. This is great.
Yeah, I mean, this is. Look at just the level, like.
Just this geometry, these textures.
Wow.
So good. That sound. Oh, that sound.
Here's what I'll say. Right. I enjoy what this is. Like I would argue that the 64 was one of the more important consoles I owned. Really coming of age machine for me. I mean, I cut my teeth on this shit. But I'm all for some nostalgia, and I like that we've seen 8-bit and 16-bit sprites for some time now on game design, and Chase, I don't know if I want a Nintendo 64 era resurgence.
I'm with you. I think outside of a few things, and this is one of those few, and I think it's also because this game this game has found a good way of finding that style while not looking like absolute garbage.
Yeah, I mean, there's some nice stuff here too.
The reflections. There is a resolution to this that is nice, even if it is low poly.
Yeah.
But you're right. Do I want us to go back to video games that look like Mario 64 and Crash Bandicoot era, or Crash 1 era?
Yeah.
No, not really. I think there are people like, oh, every game should look like Cool Borders, and I'm here to say no, absolutely not. Let's leave Cool Borders in the past.
Right.
But I guess as like a very specific throwback, I really like what this is doing.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm okay with maybe like a one-off of this, but like we've talked about on our podcast, like I get a little exhausted of even like the pixel art, no matter how good it is. We talked about
yeah, I can understand. I think pixel art has there's a classic sharpness to pixel art that never goes out of style exactly. It might not. It might feel a little tired, but I think the aesthetic still really works. Where when you get into these really low poly early 3D games, that there's just why, especially if you're trying to make it in the modern era, it's like, why would you try to make it look like this? What are you doing?
Another game I'll call out that like I think this is, in my opinion, the weakest part of this game, despite its success, but like Valheim. I don't think like I don't like that art style for Valheim. And they went for like, and they even said like, hey, we want to go for like a PS1 era graphic, but we want to do some really interesting things with like shadow and light and ray tracing on that. And I'm like, well, I can understand that there's something there with that, but the 90s are alive right now in a very big way. And I could see like there's probably people who are very fascinated with this, and I have to think about like those memories that we were chasing on some of this like nostalgia. Like those are people who didn't play pixel-based Mario. Like they played Mario 64, they played Goldeneye, they played Ocarina.
And you also have people out there that played PC games back in the day, in this day. So they were playing things like Unreal and Quake, and to them this looks stupid because Goldeneye looks stupid to them. Why would you play this weird feeling console shooter that that played and looked like shit compared to the thing you had.
Yep.
So this is the thing that's really weird to me is that this is a PC game. So far they have not announced this for consoles. I'm guessing that it's mostly because it's just relatively indie.
Right.
And that's where you can publish your games on when you're an indie developer. But like this is going for a classic console look and feel. I kind of feel like it should be on a console somewhere.
Do you think that there's any like liability issues for them on like copyright shit? Like, do you think that there could be a problem with that, or is this too far removed?
I don't think so. I think it's far enough removed. It's also weird because right now, and we're recording this, during the Steam Next Fest in summer of 2022. But at this moment, we know that Microsoft, Rare, and Nintendo are all in talks, or not in talks. We've heard that it's in development. There is a remake of Goldeneye.
Yep.
The N64 Goldeneye. There is a remake of that is happening.
Yeah,
that is maybe done and ready to be released at any time, at any moment. But there's also at this moment in time a little spat between Russia and Ukraine that's making it really weird to publish games right now about Russian military helicopters and EMP blasts. So you get a game like that probably should be out right now, that is still in some weird development hell, and instead here just somebody said, you know what, fuck it, I'll make a GoldenEye game, and they did, and I think this is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm digging it for sure. I it's a weird, like, my brain is going places, but also trying to like put almost 30 years of knowledge between like what you used to do and like what you know now. And I tried playing this with the controller and I was having some issues with just like mapping stuff. So I'm playing this on, I couldn't get the gun to shoot for whatever reason, but everything else felt much better with the controller. If you have a means to do it that way, I would suggest doing that. But yeah, dude, like I would be a fool if I didn't show you even some slaps.
Oh, yeah, some good slappers there. Bobby, let me ask you a question. Do you think there's a 99% chance or 100% chance that there's a big head mode in this game?
Oh,
when it gets to 1.0. Paintball mode would be great. Yes, definitely. Do you think there's a Ken Lobb joke in here somewhere?
Yes, I do. I absolutely think so. So Chase, this is Agent 64, Spies Never Die. If you have been fascinated or if you've played GoldenEye, you kind of owe it to yourself to check this out. And you can check this out currently, probably by wishlisting this on Steam if you're watching this later on. But the Steam Next Fest goes from June 13th until June 20th. Chase, you said this is next year, right?
No, this is this year, and this is a demo, but it's also in early access.
Oh, it is.
It's saying the Steam page says that. I don't know how you can have a demo and be in early access, but
okay.
This one says it is.
So go check out early access, wish list to stay in tune with what's going on. There's a lot to take in here for sure. And if you've enjoyed what we've done, we play games like this Monday and Friday on twitch.tv/thecasualhour at 10:30 p.m. Central. We also talk about games like this on our podcast, The Casual Hour. We record that Wednesdays live at 10:30 p.m. and then we post that every Friday, 9 a.m., wherever you listen to your podcast. Chase and I are joined by our other co-host, Johnny Amizich. Every week while we play and talk about games, you should hang out, make yourself at home. We have a great time here. Chase, this was a ton of fun. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll talk to you all very soon.